Hello everyone, my name is Carlos and I am the game designer of CoreBall, and today I'm going to show you how to play CoreBall in Tabletop Simulator. So the first thing you have to do is add a CoreBall to your Tabletop Simulator library, and then you can create a game. You can give it a server name, a password, and all that stuff. And you have to choose a CoreBall from your workshop and load it. When loading is completed, what you want to do is invite some of your friends to play with you. Like I'm going to do here, I'm going to invite John. So the game comes already with all the stuff on the table, or everything is arranged for you. So that's nice. And what you want to do is do some of the steps of the setup that require decision making. So the first thing you want to do is choose a team. So you're going to click on your name on the top right side of the screen. Click on change color and choose one of the four colors, one of the teams. Okay, I'm going to play with the Space Arcs. And John has chosen to play with the ball box, as you can see there. Okay, when that happens, you get a hand of cards with all of the flyers from that faction. The next thing you want to do is play the setup button that you can find here in the middle of the screen. This will randomly give the first player token to one of us and a ball token to each other player. Okay, in this case there's only two of us, so there's only one ball in the game. If there were three, there will be two balls for three balls. Okay, right. So now what you want to do is you want to select which of the flyers from your faction you want to keep for this game. Okay, so you have to bear in mind who you're playing. I'm playing the Bull Bucks. They're quite an aggressive team, and they're very good at grappling, but they're not that good at firewall, right? So I want to keep that in mind when choosing my team composition. So I can choose between 2 and 8 all of these characters, and I can play them on my playing area. Okay, this should be done in secret, so no spying from the other team. I recommend that you zoom in so no one sees it. Or that what you do is you drop the cards you don't want here in this bin. So what we're going to do is choose between 2 and 8 of these characters and play them on our area here. And then we're going to take turns to select mercenaries to fill those spaces up to 8. Okay? So I'm going to begin by saying that I want... I don't actually... No, I don't actually want this guy. I want these characters. Okay? When John has done the same, we can reveal to each other what characters we have selected. John, let me know once you have your team ready. The rest of the characters, you're going to discard them in that bin. You can also discard miniatures to clean up a little bit. Ready? Okay, so John has chosen those 5 characters. He has chosen quite an offensive team, if I may say so. So I have to play around that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to select mercenaries from here until we have 8 characters each. And we're going to do this taking turns, starting with the first player. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get a striker. I always find him useful. And I'm going to find striker here. And what I've done. And I'm going to bring it to this side of the table. Then it's John's turn to pick up a mercenary. And I go next. And what I want is Hacker. And I'm going to bring it here as well. Now it's your turn to pick up another character. And I already have 8, so I cannot choose any others. And John has to keep picking mercenaries until he has 8. So that's it. Those are his 8 characters. And now we can start deploying. So beginning with the player who has the ball, he has to choose one of his flyers, place him anywhere on the board with the ball under his control. Okay? So you usually want to pick whoever has the highest ball skill for that. So he chooses king, is the best ball player from the ball box, and he gets the ball. You should place the ball on top of the miniature, okay? Because during the score and cleanup, the script will recognize this and it will give you points. It will give you the 3 points from having the ball, and you will see them come up here. Okay? Now it's my turn to place a character, and I'm going to go with a Syrian, and I go here. Okay? Remember that for deployment only, you can place anywhere you want, but in squares where you have opponents, and squares orthogonally adjacent to yourself. So I could not place here, 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 or here. And I could place everywhere else, and also here, up to 2 per square, remember. You can only have 2 guys from your team in the same square. Now it's John's turn to deploy. Yeah, there you can. Okay. So I'll go with Therinth here. Right. I will play Thoroth there. Also want this arc probably there. And Bomber, why not? Okay, so now we have 5 flyers on the board each. So those we have in place, we're going to move to the reserve. Okay, so I will put this mini here. Remember, you cannot go through other miniatures, but if you press R, you can drag things over other things. Okay? And now the game begins. So what you have to do is you have to play the initiate circuit button. There you go. So now we have a board with elements on it. You have all this terrain and stuff, and we can begin playing. Because I am the first player, I will choose one of my flyers first. I will rotate the card 90 degrees. I recommend that you set the rotation degrees to 90, right? Because it's the only kind of rotation you want to do in this game. So that's easy, and you can rotate with Q and E. And when you rotate that character, you can choose to activate him and do up to 2 movements and 1 action. And you will take turns doing this, using your deck of cards, which I recommend that you shuffle right at the beginning. And to play cards from here, you can just drag them and then press F to flip them, or you can also use one of these options here. And cards that you don't keep, you can put there on the discard pile, and cards that you do keep, you should put them in front of you right there. Okay? So after a round of playing, when all of the characters have been activated, from both of our teams, and maybe we have done uh, some stuff, some of this stuff happened, right? What you're going to do is you're going to play the score and cleanup, okay? When you do this, these tokens will disappear, and the miniature that has the ball on top of him will score the points, okay? So there you go, the map changes, the tokens are gone, and the greens have got 3 extra points, okay? You can see there the scores. Also, you can arrange the scores using these dots if that doesn't work, and also when you are pushed out or injured, you will use these buttons to adjust your scoring, okay? Something to bear in mind is that the grapple token, although in the physical game is supposed to um, lock here with the bases of the miniatures. This does not happen in the game. The physics don't allow it. So my recommendation is that you basically just put it on the border of all the squares and then you locate the miniatures like that. Okay? So the one in this side will be grappling the one on this side. Other than that, you have all of these tokens, which you can use to keep track of all of the effects, right? So you just draw them from these bags, which are unlimited. And that way you can play CoreBall on Tabletop Simulator. Well, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to play with you some games here. Cheers, thank you.